Hello everyone! I got this PS4 Pro from a friend and look how loud it is. PS4 consoles are famous for running loud, but this is a bit too much. With the noise meter, I'm getting almost 50 decibels. And let's check the temperature. Externally, it reaches a maximum of 43 degrees Celsius. And on the back, aiming at the internal components, I get a maximum of 47. So this PS4 might need a thermal paste replacement. Let's start by disassembling the console. On the back, remove the hard drive cover and the screw holding the hard drive in place. Remove the warranty stickers and unscrew the back. Keep in mind that doing so will void your warranty, but this console's warranty is long gone. Then you can remove the back by twisting it like this. Here's the hard drive slot, and we're gonna remove these two screws here. Flip the console, and with the P side facing down, you can twist the top of the console just like you did with the bottom part. Then remove these two screws from the power supply. And these other two. With that, you can remove the power supply. It can be a little bit hard to remove, so lift it up carefully. When you remove it, be careful with the cable connecting to the motherboard. Flip the console again, and if it has any dust, remove it with a vacuum cleaner. Now disconnect all of the cables. With the cables disconnected, you're gonna have to remove all of the screws highlighted here. There is a lot of them, so take your time. Then we finally can see the motherboard. When you remove the metal shield, check if the thermal pads on the chips around the processor are still in place. Here's a closer look at them. Then you're gonna remove these two screws. And carefully lift the motherboard from this side. Carefully lift the motherboard from this side. Here's the main processor of the PS4. You can see that there's a little bit of thermal paste still wet in the center, but the rest is already drying out. With a toothpick, remove the excess of the thermal paste. Then you can wipe all of the rest. And this is how it should look. Now let's apply a good thermal paste. The one I'm using here is Master Gel Maker from Cooler Master, and in my opinion, this is one of the best thermal pastes that you can have. And no, this video isn't sponsored by Cooler Master. I bought this with my own money. It has a thermal conductivity of 11 watts per meter Kelvin, which is great. It also comes with a grease cleaner to clean the processor, but we already cleaned it, so we won't use it this time. Apply the thermal paste in a line like this. Most people will just call it a day and put the heatsink, but as you can see here, doing so won't spread the paste evenly on the processor. And ideally, we want to cover the entire processor. So we're gonna use the included spatula to spread the thermal paste evenly. This thermal paste is pretty thick, so it might take a while to cover the entire processor. And since the original thermal paste had quite a bit more escaping through the sides, I'll add a bit more to the center. Now carefully reinsert the motherboard. And be careful not to mask the thermal paste. Before dropping the motherboard, you want to make sure that everything is out of the way. You don't want to lift it and mask the thermal paste again. When tightening these screws, don't tighten them all the way in one go. Alternate between the sides to make sure that the thermal paste will spread evenly inside. And with that, you are finished. Reassemble the console by repeating the steps in reverse. And what a difference! From 50 to 41 decibels, it's almost 10 decibels less. The jet engine is completely gone. And on the temperature checks, this is weird. Why is the exterior hotter? It should be cooler, right? And here's the explanation. The exterior of the console may be hotter, but that's because the thermal paste is doing its job. Remember, the thermal paste is for heat dissipation. Before, all that heat was concentrated in the middle of the console, and that's why the fans were blowing out loud, trying to dissipate all of that heat. But now, with a good thermal paste, the heat is spreading through all of the metal shield, effectively taking the heat away from the processor. And the fans don't need to blow with full strength to dissipate that heat. So this is the solution for a Loud Ps4 Pro. And you can do this with other consoles too, even the Nintendo Switch. It's always good to do this with your consoles every 3 or 4 years. By doing so, it will extend the durability of your video games. And that's all for this video. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.